Good morning, my dear students. I hope that you're okay. I'm Miss Tania Poveda. This is Entrepreneurship 2. Remember that it's very important you save this information on your computer or cell phones or tablets. If you cannot for any reason, it's going to be there on YouTube so you can watch it later. You can also print it and copy the most important information on your folders and notebooks. That's okay, let's start. Well, we've been talking about this for a few weeks, and I know that you probably remember most of the information since you did a wonderful job on your videos. Just to remember, these are some tools that we use to analyze the market, right? The techniques that we need to analyze people's behavior, desires, wishes, needs, etc. We already finished studying surveys, interviews, and focus group. Right now, we are working on observation research. So a couple of weeks ago, we started with what observation research is. And yes, we know that observation research is to gather or to collect information by observing methods, by observing. So what do we watch? We watch people. We have three types of observation research: people watching people, people watching an activity, and machines watching people. Last week, we were talking about people watching people. Well, maybe not last week, but last time. And probably you remember this video about this woman using these glasses, special glasses, and we had other people observing what she did and what makes her change her mind and choose a product and things like that, right? Okay, so with this, we finished the first part of people watching people. Today, we are going to continue with the second type of observation research, and this is people watching an activity, right? So probably by the name, you can get a better idea of what we're talking about. Yes, when talking about an activity, we're talking about what people do, how they do it, and things like that. So this video is going to give you an idea of different activities that people might be doing around you. And then we are going to analyze why it was important to observe. You ready? Okay, pay attention on the details. It's going to be very interesting.
Every place has a magic code. I get a kick out of finding it. I'm Sonia Gill, and these are my travels. By far, this is one of the top 3 things to do in Paris. You sit at a cafe and you watch. An elegant man arrives. A restless man awaits, while the fashion-forward cross the street. I promise you, right now, the sun is not out. '80s hair, anyone? Je suis si content de te revoir. Heels and helmets, a must. As is, of course, a beautiful suit. seen him somewhere? An actor, perhaps? Yes, French children are different from all other children. Cool leggings. Beautiful basket. Je pourrais faire ça toute la journée. Et à Paris, on trouve toujours l'endroit parfait. I could do this all day. And in Paris, you'll never run out of perfect spots.
Okay, I hope that you enjoyed the video. Let's continue with our class. You can watch this video again here in this link. But now, read this. Creating Instagram stories people love to watch. So this is like a big phenomenon happening around the world. Like everybody's posting things in Instagram, Facebook, and any other social media because, you know why? Because we love watching. We are visual people, and that's really, really important. But why watching? I mean, in marketing, what is the connection between watching people and money and businesses? Okay, I'm not going to tell you yet everything, but basically because when you watch people, you can see their behavior, you can see their attitude. So you can see body language, you can read their minds by the way they behave. Sometimes people don't tell you with their mouth what's going on, but you can get an idea by the way they move, how they wear, how they look, etc. Right? So right now, yes, this is other video. I know it's weird because usually I use only one, but this time I consider it important to get some extra information about behavior. So what's behavior? Why do we observe, etc.? So let's watch this better explanation about behavior. I'm pretty sure you will like it. Just pay some extra attention because the woman speaking here, she speaks a little bit faster and probably you're not too used to her accent, but I'm sure that you're going to understand and get a complete idea of what we're talking about today.
Hi, my name's Debs and I'm from Belbin, and I'm going to take the next couple of minutes to talk to you about why observing behaviour in the workplace is really important. So firstly, behaviour is important because it's not about putting people in boxes. So behaviour isn't about putting labels on people, it's not about telling people they're a particular type, it's not about telling people that they should be pigeonholed in a particular area. Because the reason for this is that behaviour changes. So there are lots of different things that can affect the way you behave. Your environment can affect the way that you behave, your boss can affect the way you behave, who you work with, your team members, and also things such as your general career progression and your maturity. So imagine that I gave you a type and I told you you were a type A, and that meant that I would always give you type A work to do. Eventually you'd probably get bored. You'd probably think that actually you could contribute like a type Z person, and you'd probably get bored and you wouldn't be very focused and you'd probably become quite disengaged. So that's why behaviour is not about putting people in boxes and not about putting labels on people. Secondly, behaviour is observable. So we can see behaviour, we interact with it every day. And because it's observable, because we interact with it, we can provide feedback on it. So that means that I can ask my colleagues for feedback on my behaviour, and I can provide feedback on their behaviour. I can also ask my boss for feedback on my behaviour so that I can see whether I'm projecting myself in the way I want to my manager, and I can see if my colleagues see the same strengths in me that I see in myself. But the problem with feedback is that it can be a touchy subject. It can be something that can bring about conflict and can get personal. So what we need is a common language that we can use to talk about our strengths and weaknesses. And here at Belbin, we use the language of team roles. So team role language is all about talking about people's strengths and weaknesses and their behavioural contributions in a non-confrontational way, where we recognise that everyone is made up of each of the 9 different team roles and that people's behaviour changes. Okay, so thirdly is the why. Why is knowing about people's behaviour in the workplace important? Well, think of it like this. If you've got colleagues who know their strengths and can play to their strengths, they're more likely to be engaged, they're more likely to be more productive, they're more likely to be happy in the workplace, and they'll probably stay longer in their jobs. If you have teams that are aware of their strengths, you'll find it easier to allocate the tasks to the right people. You'll find it easier to create teams because you'll know where the strengths of your what's what I'm looking for? The strengths of your people are, and you'll be able to recruit the right people into your existing teams. But that's just a tiny, tiny section of it. There's loads more reasons why behaviour can help and is important to talk about behaviour in the workplace. And Belbin can help you do that.
Okay, guys. So with this, we have a more specific view about behavior and why this is important. Okay, so the connection is that when we talk about an activity, like in the first video in Paris, we can see like people doing different stuff, right? Going to work, maybe school, gym, riding bikes, etc. So now it's very important that we know that those activities are influenced for something. People act, people behave in different ways. So let's suppose that I have a class like you, about 20-ish students, right? Maybe 19, 21, 22. Why not maybe 10 students or 11? It doesn't matter how many students. What it is important is that in this little group of people, only 10, 11, 20 students, I will have different personalities, different attitudes, right? So that's what we call behavior. But it's very important we understand that behavior can be influenced. Yes, guys, it can be influenced. So if you pay attention to the video, you probably remember that she said that you can make people feel more happy, right? They can be influenced by different things like the environment, things like music, smells, sounds, maybe by other people with a smile and things like that. So your behavior is going to take a positive path. It can be also the opposite. You can create or be in a negative environment like dark, probably humid, and with bad smell, people arguing, people making troubles. So your behavior is going to change and you're going to be negative, right? You stop being happier and then you become kind of annoyed, right? So it's very important you remember this. Behavior can be influenced, can be. I'm not telling you it always happens. No, because some people don't let others to influence on them. Some people don't let big brands, big companies, or big publicities to influence them, to have any power on them. So that's very important to understand. So this is what you get after you know people's behaviors. When you analyze people's behavior, you know what they want, you know how they feel, you know how they react, how they face different situations. And again, this is what you get. More money. So big companies, big supermarkets, are going to use this analysis to sell more products to you. They're going to work in a way that you feel more comfortable in that place. Let's put it this way. Let's suppose that you go to the supermarket, right? And you open the door. You are in a very hot city like this one. Guayaquil is a really hot place. So it's really hot outside and you have to take a taxi, probably to take a bus or Metrovia or any other transportation mean. Or maybe you go with your parents. That's okay. The point is that you are in a very hot town. So you are not too happy to be out of your house. Then finally you arrive to the supermarket, it opens the door, and ta-da, suddenly you have a very nice, comfortable, cool place. So it's fresh. You get inside and it smells good. Probably it's hot bread. So they are making some bread. You know that some big supermarkets, they make their own bread, right? And sometimes they announce in the headphones that they have bread just coming out of the oven, right? Okay, so your skin feels fresh, your nose feels comfortable with hot bread. You keep walking and suddenly you see this beautiful new presentation of a product. So it's very colorful, and then you have you had all your attention on that because it's very attractive. So now your eyes are activated. Well, you keep walking, you go for the product you wanted, and then someone talks to you. Probably the manager, probably a seller, probably an attaché, who knows, someone. And this person comes very nice to you and talks to you like, hey, how are you? Are you interested in this? Can you help me with this? Are you feeling comfortable? Is there anything I can do for you? So you have this person coming to you with a very nice attitude, with a smile, probably wearing very nice. And then you are like, oh, so you start answering the questions like, yeah, I'm here with my parents. They want to buy like the groceries and things like that. So you change your mind about the day, right? It's not hot and annoying anymore. Now it's kind of comfortable. Okay, so this person shows you the product, you take it, and it's like, wow, you try it. Probably you buy it, maybe not. We cannot know that yet. And then, okay, so you leave. You say, okay, thank you very much, and bye-bye. While you're walking, you listen to some music. Very nice music, modern. So you walk and you feel like dancing. Probably you do it a little bit, or probably you don't because people are watching and they're around you, but that's okay. What is important is that music is very nice and you like it. And if you know the lyrics, you're probably singing right now. Does that happen to you that when you go to a place, especially supermarkets or malls, they play some music, some songs that you like, and you start singing and you don't care that there are some people around watching at you? Well, it happens to me, especially while I'm driving, right? So I'm listening to music, and if I like the song, I sing, and I'm in my own concert. That's the thing. So you activate, well, not you, but the supermarket activate positive sensations on you. And that makes you feel comfortable. And because you feel comfortable, you feel like buying more. That's it, because you want to make yourself happier. So they activate your skin with a comfortable place. They activate your eyes with an attractive presentation. They activate your nose with a nice smell, your mouth with a very nice conversation, your ears with nice music. And that's because after years of studying after years of observing people's behavior, supermarkets know that when you are happier, when you are more comfortable, when you have a positive attitude, they are going to influence on your behavior and they are going to make more money. Ta-da! Okay, so that's why it's important. I'm coming back here to this part. Okay, so that's why observing people is extremely important. That's why observing what they are doing is considered like one of the most important things in marketing, because you know what they like. For example, only on this picture, and this is like similar, what I'm going to say now, it's similar to what I already said like the last video. So you can guess about people only watching a picture in this case, or a video, or sitting there in a cafe. She's in Paris, you can do it here in Guayaquil, you can go to Urdesa or any other neighborhood and sit outside and watch people walking around or driving around, right? So you can guess what they are doing, what's going on, like this woman here on the back, right? So you know she smokes. So you can guess she can be a consumer for cigarettes. I don't agree, that's not healthy, but as a client, you can consider this thing. She's probably drinking coffee or tea, we don't know yet, but she's not having any food. But she has water here and coffee and tea and I don't know what this is, probably water. So yes, she is a client for drinks, right? Different kinds of drinks, tea, coffee, water, etc. Maybe wine, I don't know. Okay, so only observing the picture, you can guess, right? We have this guy here. He's really comfortable, wearing casual clothes, jeans. So that's observing what he's doing, the activity, like walking and talking on the phone. You can tell, okay, this guy is pretty busy. He lives like in a busy life. Okay, I'm just guessing. I don't know about them. Well, so that's why it's important to observe people's behavior or activities, like what they are doing. Remember, behavior can be, again, it's not a must, can be influenced. It's up to you if you let others to influence your behavior. Just try to be positive. Try to keep in mind that you are in a place that they want to sell you more. You decide if you want to accept that or not. Okay, so thank you very much for your attention. That's it for today. As always, I'm very happy to be your teacher. Take care of your family. Stay safe, stay home, wash your hands. Be careful, guys, okay? Have a wonderful day and see you next week, everybody. Bye-bye.